Hi folks, my name is Brandon and I've been proudly selling RVs here at Access RV for over 5 years now. Here at Access RV we take a little different approach to the sales experience. Our goal is to be an educator and help you make a well-rounded decision rather than the typical RV salesman experience. At Access RV we're also a proud Route 66 dealer and we try to reflect that in our day-to-day business by showing a high level of integrity and treating every customer with the most respect possible.
Okay, let's jump right into it today. Today I'm going to be doing a spotlight floor plan on a 2018 Grey Wolf 29 TE. This is one of their biggest available models, one of their 3 available with quad bunk setup in the rear. Even though this is a relatively long RV, it's still going to be pretty comfortable in the tow range for most modern half tons. So let's jump right into it, starting at the front. You'll notice Grey Wolf utilizes a radius front. Helps to be a little bit more aerodynamic, divert some debris and bugs up over the top to help it stay cleaner. On the tongue, you have a dual battery tray, 2 5-gallon propane tanks, and an electric power tongue jack. It has a built-in LED light to assist in loading, as well as a backup manual crank option. Moving around to the driver's side, as with all Grey Wolf's F slide outs, 4-corner stabilizer jacks are going to be a standard. You can opt for the optional electric if you prefer. Directly above that is a 6-gallon Suburban gas and electric water heater. Nice thing about this is if you don't want to use your propane, you're camping in a campground for the night, simply by plugging your trailer in, you're able to get hot water through an electric heating element. Let's move in towards the rear. Inlet for cable TV. Underneath this corner of the slide is your termination valves on your dump station. Now this model is going to feature a very deep, long slide out. And Grey Wolf for their mechanisms are using the Schwintek track driven. But rather than just using 1 track per side, they actually have 1 at each corner. Helps keep it in alignment, makes them relatively problem-free and reliable. You're going to have this exterior storage compartment that goes underneath your interior sofa. Great spot for like camping chairs or sorts. It's kind of flat type of stuff. Let's pop back here behind the slide. You'll see a 30 amp detachable shore power cord. I always tell people you want to get these detachable rather than a pull out. If the cord's ever damaged, really easy just to go buy a new cord rather than pay an electrician a big bill to repair it. Now one of the nice things about bunk bed models is storage. Underneath the rear bunks on each side you have really large storage compartments. They are going to be accessible from the inside or the outside. Just behind that you can have an exterior shower right above your water connections. Now what I like to point out here too is big window by your lower bunk. Not really common, but you also have the coin slot style windows by your upper bunks to help let in a lot of natural light. You'll also have one of those windows in the rear as well. Now as part of Grey Wolf's limited package, the 29 TE is going to come equipped with a flip down travel rack. Another great exterior storage option for firewood, coolers, generators, the kids' bikes, what have you. And those have a rating of about 200 pounds that they carry. No problem with the spare tire being on there either. When that lays down flat, it will land outside of the bumper. This Grey Wolf is also equipped with a wireless backup camera. This is a pretty cool system by Furrion. How it works is you have the monitor panel. You simply plug it into a 12-volt or cigarette lighter in the truck, and that powers the monitor. The image is all transmitted wirelessly. In a longer trailer like this, worth its weight in gold to help you back up accurately and not risk damaging anything. Now going around to the passenger side, you notice this is where a lot of more talking points are. First thing we'll cover, another storage compartment for the rear bunk. And this is actually a little bit wider bunk bed, so you'll notice this storage compartment's even a little bit deeper. Grey Wolf, as per their limited package, are going to be included with an electric Lippert awning. Simple push button, easy to adjust the pitch of it with one hand for rain dumping. And underneath that, you'll also notice they use a blue LED accent lighting. It really gives a nice ambiance at night, not as harsh on your eyeballs as the bright white LEDs. By the main entry door back here, large folding entry assist handle, just makes it a little bit more stable climbing up and inside. And this is actually a dual entry model. You'll see that door goes directly into a really big bathroom. We'll cover that more in depth inside. Coming back here, outside TV mount with TV connections, and the exterior marine grade speakers have the matching blue LED lights built into them. Grey Wolf for 2018 has been utilizing what they call their black chrome wheels. Really gives it a sleek, kind of sporty look. You also notice on the rims, they use built-in tire pressure monitors, which is a quick reference for the air in your tires. If you walk by, you notice that's red, you know your tire is low. Just an easy, quick way to be extra safe. Moving forward, you've got exhaust for your furnace, service panel for your refrigerator. Just forward of that is a black tank flush. I really am a strong advocate for this as an option. Doesn't cost a lot, but basically what this does is when you thread a hose into the port, you turn water on, a sprinkler nozzle will pop up inside your black tank and high pressure rinse at 360 degrees. That kind of helps the solid waste from caking on the walls, having your sensors start to misread, and worrying about a buildup of smells, which nobody wants. Moving forward, LED floodlight. And then you'll have a large storage compartment in the front that goes to the back end of the water heater. Just in front of that is a plug for Furrion solar panels. If you ever wanted to add those portable panels, all the wiring's there, just plug and play, really quick and easy to use. Something else I like on their exterior doors is the Grey Wolf 29 TE makes use of what's called friction hinges. You see when I throw this, it kind of stops on its own. These are meant to hold themselves open in up to a 20 mile per hour breeze. Also is able to forego using that plastic latch that you've seen on pretty much every other trailer out there. If I had $1 for every one of those I've seen forgot about and ripped out and broken, I probably wouldn't need a paycheck from here. So let's pop inside here. Going through the door threshold, first place we're going to look is at the bunk beds in the back. I talked about those coin slot windows. Not very common for bunk bed models. The bunk beds on the driver's side are a little bit more narrow, slightly wider on the door side. One thing that I really like that Grey Wolf has started doing too is they figured out everybody has their smartphones and tablets these days. So you're going to have these dual USB ports by every sleeping position. Really nice now that you can charge your cell phones off of your batteries rather than have to be plugged into shore power or run a generator to charge your cell phones. Between the bunks, ample storage for the kids' clothes. One thing that's really nice about the 29 TE as well is instead of having bunk beds back here, they have an option where you can get it fully walled off with a door and have a queen bed back here. So in essence, it gives you 2 master bedrooms in case you don't have the kids and it's more of an adults only trip. Now I'll walk back here and swing around. Now we'll kind of focus on the kitchen. First thing you're probably noticing is that blue LED strip lighting under the counter. Like I mentioned, they have the outside under the awning. They have it in the kitchen and also above the slide. One thing that I really enjoy about their kitchens, as opposed to other manufacturers, is the countertops they use. You've all probably seen your typical Formica T-molded edge countertops, where in no time at all, you start wiping those to clean them, the adhesive fails, you start getting crumbs in there, it looks really junky. These stay looking beautiful over time. You also have a high-rise faucet with a pull-out sprayer. Now this is another cool feature, is you notice there is no hump for a sink or a cooktop. These guys use a drop-in flush mount, so it helps give you a lot of working area for meal prep. Big single basin sink, so it's easy to wash large pots and pans. And pretty much everybody doubles this as a cutting board. Another part of the Grey Wolf limited package is going to be what they coined their super kitchen, which is the stainless steel appliances and the glass inlays in the cabinet doors, as well as the tray lighting. Here, next to the cabinets, you'll see their stereo. It's going to be a Furrion AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth. So, you know, most formats you throw at it, it's going to play just fine. Ducted air conditioning through the ceiling. Heat's going to be ducted through the cabinetry. So both of those are going to run off of a centralized thermostat. A lot like your house where you just set the temperature on a digital readout to what you want it to be. It'll kick off and on its own to maintain it. Now here's this large super slide I talked a little bit outside. Huge U-shaped dinette. Dual post and pedestal for the table to keep it more steady. Really nice, comfortable overstuffed sofa. And one thing I also really like about the Grey Wolf too is at this price point, this is one of the few people where they actually use hardwood for the tabletops and for the drawer and cabinet fronts. They're not using laminate. Really nice here. Huge 40-inch storage drawers. No more having to lift up cushions and lift up the panel to get into there. Now this model in the slide out, what they use are the slow rise blackout shades. Those really help block out a lot more light and keep it more private. Coming up to the sofa. This is a jackknife, so it will make a small bed. Also has an armrest built in with cup holders. And one thing that a lot of people appreciate on this model too is a really large pantry. That way if you're going on any of those longer trips, you don't have to worry about where you're going to put all the food and all the paper plates and plastic utensils. 6 cubic foot Norcold refrigerator. That's going to run off of AC power or it'll run off of propane. Your TV area with the connections above. And now we'll walk up the hallway. Through this door is the bedroom. Through this door is going to be the bathroom. Let's go to the bedroom first. You'll notice nice and private up here. Only doors in here is either the hallway or there's one directly into the bathroom. Secondary TV connections. And like I mentioned, you do have the pocket doors, but having the ducted AC really helps to keep it cooler up here too. Bicolor reading lights above the mattress. A lot of people tell me that it's not really common when they're looking for travel trailers to find something that has the over-bed cabinets. Just great storage there, as well as the mirrored wardrobes on either side. All right, let's pop in the bathroom then. Close the door behind me so we have space. You notice it's going to be a 3-piece bathroom, sink and vanity, foot flush toilet, and a really large glass enclosed angle shower. This is something that really gives a lot of positive feedback. Most people want to get away from those really small tub shower combos. This just gives you more of a residential feel, a lot more space in there, skylight overhead. And then you'll also notice in here is going to be a high-powered fantastic fan. So for those taking a really hot shower, they can run that. It'll draw out all the warm, humid air and not stuff up the whole inside of the trailer. So again, this was a 2018 Grey Wolf 29 TE.